All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel, guys. Say hello to Ren and Stimpy and Powder Toast Man, Log TV and Choo Choo, and let's get started with today's video. Woohoo! It's time for a Finch knife review. That is right, guys. It is time for another Finch knife drop. You guys know the last one, and we'll show this again in a minute. The last one they dropped was the Shiv, and they did some really special stuff with the Shiv that I thought was really cool. And now it is time for another new release from Finch. Now, Finch did send this knife to me. Guys, I'm still going to give you my honest thoughts on it. It's all good. And I appreciate Spencer and Steve for sending these along. They are awesome, folks. This is the Stinger in ebony wood and a 154 cm satin finished, hand satin finished blade. I'm gonna move this back here to not mess with the focus. Matter of fact, on back, there we go. So by the way, this is the KnivesFAST channel, and if you are not subscribed, please check that out and check us out over on Instagram as well. Whoop. All right, there we go. So now we just got the knife, and we can keep the focus all nice and neat here, hopefully. And now this is the Stinger in ebony wood. Now, guys, I am not always the biggest guy on wooden handles on a knife, but Finch does it right. I absolutely just 100% love. Let's see if I can find it real quick. My 1929 with olive wood. This is absolutely, nope, that is not the 1929 with olive wood. Wow. And I do like that. That's the Coca-Cola wood Lucky 13. So both of these are just done fantastically, but the olive wood one is the one that just really pops for me. I love this knife, and that's how I feel about this. Ebony is a very dark wood. You do see kind of some brown there, but it is very almost black looking. It is so dark. And I think that just gives this knife a really cool look. And it is finished incredibly well. Just a beaut there. You can see the grain structure pretty well. It's not one of these that just like is in your face. Like some wood grains, but it is just ultra beautiful. Now, you do have the Shiv did not have a shield. First knife they did without a shield. Well, we're right back to the loom shield, and it is loom. It is finished pretty well. You do feel the transition slightly on that, but not bad. It is pretty well even. You just sort of feel it, and I think it's more about the texture change there than anything, because the transition here is absolute perfection. You do have two flutes here in the bolster, nice satin finished steel bolster. Same thing here, finished really well, chamfered off. You do have a steel frame lock here, or a bolster lock, if you will. You do not need an insert because it is steel. A captive pivot, really cool. Now, I do like this pocket clip. I was a little worried about the clip being lower in the grip, but I don't really have an issue. And these screws are finished fine. They do stick up just slightly there on the outside edge, but no big deal. There is not a lanyard hole on this one, and the clip is also not reversible. Now, these are made by QSP in China, and QSP does a fantastic job. Now, the clip, good in and out of the pocket. The ramp is fine. Good retention, plenty of room for my pants. I wear, yeah, I just put it in and out to make sure, easy in and out. The retention is good as well. Haven't carried it since yesterday, so my brain doesn't work. But now you do have the typical Finch flipper tab with the jimping, and you can see, guys, it just pops out. Now, I mentioned in my unboxing that I thought the detent might be a little light. It's not, okay? Let's just try to fail it. I can't. What happened was the detent ball had not worn a track yet, and so it was actually just kind of stiff. So I put a tiny little bit of KPL on the detent ball, and now it has worn this track in. I've carried it several times, and it you can see it just pops out. So the detent was never light. That was not the problem. It was just, so sometimes, you know, you just gotta check the knife. If it comes kind of dry, maybe you got to help it out a little bit. And so I gave it a little bit of KPL both on the pivot and on the detent ball, just a tiny bit. And you can see this thing just flies open. Now, as far as drop, it's on. Whoa, what was that, Casey? It's on bearings. It's getting stuck at the detent ball right there. It did not do that a moment ago. I don't know what that was because my thumb was in the way. Okay, so that was not the knife. That was me. Man, I don't know what I'm doing. I have not had that problem until there. There we go. Holy crap, guys. I am struggling today. And yeah, it's not a problem. That was definitely me. But the main thing, you see me when I fidget with this, I just close it like this. So that's also why I'm having a little bit of trouble, because I've been fidgeting with this knife a lot, but this is how I do it, like this. All right, good pass through to the lock bar. What a goofball. Good pass through to the lock bar. No problem with actuating that lock. It is locked up huge. I mean, it is like 60 on the lock up there. No lock rock, no blade play. And we are absolutely, let me look off camera. Yep, absolutely dead centered. There we go. Okay, so did you see that, guys? Okay, so it's just me being a dork. You just got to get it past that detent and it slides down pretty easy at that point. So yeah, I'm just a complete goober, and that's that. So beautiful knife, just gorgeous. Now what we have, to me, they're calling it a drop point. To me, this is a very aggressive spear point. You can see the tip is lined up with there. You have a great whatever I'm trying to say, sharpening choil there. Your plunge is pretty much straight down, allowing that room for sharpening. You have a hand rub satin and a regular satin here. Just gorgeous. Now, does it cut, you say? Well, first of all, let's forget cut. Does it pierce? And the answer is hello. Yes. It is a piercer. Again, very, very nice. For those of you that like a pokey, stabby tip, you got it on this knife. Now, it also cuts. It is fairly thin as well. As you can see, no problem cutting whatsoever. Now, you do come down to a pretty dainty tip, if you will, there, but I feel like it's thick enough there that it's not a problem. You do have jimping here. It is a 4-finger knife, and you can choke up on the flipper choil, as we call it, but just stay back off that blade. And nice landing spot here or where the jimping is, either way. Tell you what, we're going to do a bunch of different comparisons here and try not to go long. But I wanted to start by showing you the similarity. Now, I think I did some of this in my unboxing. The similarity to the blade shape of the devil's finger. Very interesting. And the similarity to the handle on the reciprocity. So what I keep telling people is this is like the devil's finger and the reciprocity had a baby. And it's roughly the same length as both. Now, obviously, the devil's finger doesn't have a bolster. It's a liner lock, same thing. But you get what I'm saying, blade to blade, handle to handle. Very, very cool comparison there. And then just because you always got to have 1929s, and now we've got 2 of them laying out here, we'll show you both my KnivesFAST Blue and my olive 1929 here. 1929 is smaller, so that means this guy is obviously bigger. And then we will do our comparison to the latest 2. So here is the flint and the shiv. So really cool. You can see it's actually a tiny bit longer than both the flint and the shiv, but just barely. All of their knives are right about the same general area, except maybe the 1929 and the Runtley and some other stuff. And then looks like the I cannot wait to get a look at the Runtley XL. Definitely going to be a little bit bigger. So there are, well, you know what? I almost broke the streak of doing our normal comparisons. There's your Ontario Rat 1, and there is your Ontario Rat 2. It's going to be about the same length as the Rat 2 you see there. So very, Excellent. Very good. So this is, again, the Finch Knives. Wow, Casey. The Finch Knives Stinger. Thank you. It's going to come in this. By the way, they drop on the 22nd at dealers. I cannot believe I'm 10 minutes into the video and I'm just saying that for the first time. It is $145 at all dealers. The dealer list, again, you know, same typical dealers, traditional pocket knives. I have a link there. I have a code over at SMKW that gets you free shipping, SMKW KnivesFAST. I'm an affiliate over at White Mountain. You can use KnivesFAST over there, but that does not get you 10% off on Finches. And guys, this is dropping on the 22nd of September, 2023. It's going to come in this ebony wood. It's going to come in a yellow ribbed bone, which is, you know, stinger. You get it? B, stinger, yellow, black. Very cool. And then there is a blue, Caribbean blue bone exclusive at SMKW. Hello. I don't know if I'm going to be able to scrounge up money to get that one or not, but it is absolutely just stinking gorgeous. Really, really nice. Now, this particular one is 4.10 inches. I mean, this model is 4.1 closed, 7 inches open. 0.75 on the height of the handle, spear point, drop point, 154 cm, 3-inch blade length, and we have a 4-ounce weight, which feels perfect for the knife. Again, designed in Stillwell, Kansas, made by QSP in China. Just a really, really, really cool offering, again, from our friends at Finch. So thanks for sending this along, guys. Again, sorry for going a little longer, but I wanted to do all those crazy comparisons. So thank you so much. Give me a thumbs up, comment down below, and again, check out the KnivesFAST channel. Like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, all the things, and thank you for watching the KnivesFAST channel.